A couple of weeks ago, I ran an AI masterclass for a room of senior automotive leaders. That's my world. I lead a competitive analysis team at an automotive company. And the same question kept surfacing in different words almost every time. Irina, is my job going to be replaced by AI? And it isn't just my industry. One of my closest friends, honestly, one of the best UX designers I know, asked me the same thing last week, quietly. Do you think there'll still be demand for someone like me? These are not people who are behind. They're excellent. So I'm not going to give you a pep talk. I want to show you the one thing I keep coming back to. Something the man who built Claude Code said almost in passing. My job is to write loops. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what that looks like. On my screen, no code. And I think it quietly answers the question for my friend and for you. So let's listen to Boris Cherny himself.
Claude Code. Now it's actually leveled up, I think, again, to the next wave of abstraction where I don't prompt Claude anymore. I have loops that are running. They're the ones that are prompting Claude and kind of figuring out what to do. My job is to write loops. And this is this kind of next transition that I think we're going to see in the next few.
Let me show you on something I actually do. Part of my job is competitive intel, tracking what lease deals the other brands are running. It's a good example because there's a real right answer. The numbers have to be correct, sourced, and complete, or they're useless in front of leadership. I'll do the exact same task two ways, the way most people use AI and the way that's actually a loop. Watch the difference. There are two ways to tell an AI what to do. The first, you spell out every step. It feels precise. But the moment one step doesn't fit reality, it goes off the rails and never reaches the goal. The second is a loop. You don't script the steps. You describe what done looks like and let it find its own path, checking its own work until the result is actually right. Same task. The skill was never the steps. It's defining the finish line. So let's see a real example from my domain so we can compare both approaches. Way one, what most of us do, plain chat, and I even name the source. Get me the BMW 3 Series lease offers from bmwz.com for LA and New York. I need the details. Notice there's no finish line, just go. And it does something. First tell, I pointed it at bmwsa.com, and it decides on its own to run a Google search instead. Then it writes back a long, confident answer, a payment, some fine print, and note that the offer is national. Honestly, not bad. But watch how it ends. It stops and asks me, want me to pull the actual dealer numbers so you can compare. It did a partial pass, decided that was enough, and handed the decision back to me. No document, no screenshots, nothing I can actually prove. And now I'm the one stuck babysitting it, answering its questions, nudging it along. That's level one. It improvised, it stopped where it felt done, and it left me doing the chasing. Way two, same goal. But now I don't ask. I tell it the finish line and let it run. I'll use Claude Code. Watch the prompt, it's plain English, and notice the one word that changes everything. Run in a loop until each offer includes its disclaimers, the lease basics, monthly payment, trim, due at signing MSRP, then return it in a summary Word document. Now watch what's different. It doesn't answer, it makes a plan and goes to work. Look at its checklist on the right, capture LA, capture New York, verify offers are complete in a loop, then build the document. It opens the real BMW pages right in my browser, pulls each offer, and keeps circling that verify step until every line is true. I'm not steering each step, I wrote the loop, it works out the steps. And here's what lands on my desk. A 6-page document, every number, every disclaimer, screenshots as proof, even a notes and methodology page. It even tells me itself, verified across both markets in a loop until complete. This one I can hand to my VP. Here's what actually mattered, and it wasn't the AI. It was that list until every offer has its disclaimer and these 4 numbers. That list is the loop's finish line, and writing it is the real skill. The more precisely I can say what done and trustworthy looks like, the better the result And that precision is pure judgment, the thing I've spent a career building. And notice what I didn't do. Babysit it. No nudging it through every step. No answering, should I keep going? I set the finish line once and walked away, and the work came back better because it kept checking its own work instead of making me check every step. Chat makes you the babysitter. A loop makes you the boss. And I still close it out. I scan the screenshots, sanity check the numbers, and decide it's right before it goes anywhere. The AI ran the loop. I drew the line and I signed off. That's not the job AI takes from you. That's the job it hands up to you. So back to the scary question. Will AI take my job? What you just saw has a name. It's a loop. And it climbs a ladder. Level 0 does the task and gets replaced. Level 1 prompts all day. Level 2 writes the loop, and that's you now. And it compounds 1 task today, 10 by next month. So the question my friend asked, will there still be demand for someone like me? Here's the honest answer. The same for that whole room. There is enormous demand for the person who runs the AI. That's just not the same person who tries to outrun it. Be the one who runs it. I don't want you taking notes during this, so I did it for you. The exact loop from today, the prompt to copy, plus a handful of others for different jobs, is free in something I'm calling the Loop Library. It's at irinagrag.com, link below. Steal it, point it at whatever you research, and see the difference this week. And tell me in the comments, what's the one task you'd hand to a loop first? Whatever gets said most, that's the loop I build next. I'm Irina. Stop doing tasks, start writing loops. See you in the next one.